is that the motion be agreed to. The member for Dawson.
Well, thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Across the state of Queensland, mining is one of the key industries. Certainly, it is one of the main employment generators throughout the state, either through direct or indirect means. And in some cases, the indirect means are still pretty direct as well. For instance, there's mining service industries which employ people who actually go out onto mine sites. They're not directly employed by the mines though, but they classify themselves as miners. Now the Mackay region, and certainly the entirety of the electorate of Dawson, is the epicentre of the mining industry, being right on the doorstep of the Bowen Basin. Certainly for the mining service sector, Mackay prides itself on being a hub for that particular sector. The big problem is, in the last 12 months, we've seen in excess of 6,000 jobs in the mining sector disappear across the state, and certainly it is hitting home. Today I have the sad duty to report to the House that 200 jobs have been shed by Hastings Deerings, one of those mining service industries, and those jobs are going to be cut across both their Rockhampton and Mackay divisions. Now, we've had in recent times the Aquila mine shut down, another central Queensland mine operating near Moranbah. 80 jobs were basically shed then, and the Gregory mine last year was also closed down. There have been numerous mines closed down. It's almost happening now every month. There's a number of mines that we see shut down. The impact this is having on the mining service sector in Mackay is diabolical. This week, the Mackay Area Industry Network, which is basically a chamber of commerce for the mining service industries, released a survey of their members. That survey found that 83% of member companies reported a decrease in performance over the last 9 months, and the average decrease was 35.6%. And that represents a potential conservative economic loss to the sector of over $250 million. Now, almost a third of the businesses expected a further decline in the next 6 months, and alarmingly, they reported they guess about 7 people per business are going to lose jobs. That equates to almost 1,700 jobs lost from our region in the next 6 months. Now, that is a diabolical situation, and when we look at the reasons why these jobs are being shed, the top two are to do with the pressure from the downturn in the coal sector overall, and also the pressure in terms of pricing that these mining supply businesses are faced by the miners. Now, also in the top 10, in fact in the top 5, is the impact of the carbon tax. In the top 10 is the impact of the mining tax. And I've got to say both the carbon tax and the mining tax add to the first two factors that I indicated, and that is that the mining sector is being squeezed, and therefore there is a downturn, and the mining sector is looking for price reductions from its suppliers. Now, this is exacerbated by this campaign that we have from the Greens, which is demonising the coal industry, demonising mining and all of the hard-working miners in my electorate. In fact, I have a letter here from Greenpeace where they actually say that you know, there needs to be civil disobedience to prevent the expansion of the coal industry. They go along to say that the reason they're pushing this is because the coal industry is responsible for deadly bushfires which ravaged Australia in January. I mean, imagine equating the cause of bushfires with the work that people in my electorate are actually doing for this nation. That is despicable. That is absolutely outrageous. So that, combined with the policies of this government in introducing a carbon tax and a mining tax, have led to the decimation of the mining industry. It is having real impacts and real consequences right across my electorate. People losing jobs now on a weekly basis, not being able to put food on the table, having large debts that they cannot service anymore, all because of government policy. Now, the rot needs to stop. We need to stop pandering to the Greens. We need to get rid of the monkey that's on the back of the mining sector and on the back of the mining service sector. These things will go under a Liberal National Coalition government. I fear, though, that is a wait for the election and it's going to be far too long.
Members' time. The question is that the motion be agreed